Keith, as weekends go on the football pitch, you couldn't have asked for much more. 6 points from six, a late winner on Friday, and then a dramatic comeback away to your rivals on Monday.
Yeah, it's been two games have been good. We have 3 games in a week. We've got Pats now Friday, but it's good to show the resilience and the character from the last 5-10 minutes against Cork. And then Reese's goal speaks for itself.
Absolutely. You've played in obviously countless Dublin derbies yourself during your career. Where does that one rank for you?
Yeah, I think that pips it for me. I've been 4-0 away and I've been in late winners with Darrell Leahy and stuff, but I think that could have been the last time we won out in Tally, which was a big thing for us. It's the way we came back, going in at half time. You can hear chants and you can hear a little bit of boos from the fans because of the result, what it was at half time. But like we've shown before in games, like you have to have a better character about you, and especially away you get tested away at the biggest rivals in Tally. And we show when we come back, and that fight and passion towards the end was great.
It says a lot about the character in this team and the fight that they have.
Yeah, and it says a lot about a team and the squad. You got to accept your role at certain times of the season. I'm find myself on the bench now, but you got to impact whatever way it is. And if you're coming off the bench, like if you look at the celebrations, you look at the bench, you look over the lads who didn't play, the joy on their faces for everyone else. Collie Whelan, not much said about him coming on, creating 2 chances, brilliant. Lee wins a big header, Collie swivels away, puts Reese down, 2 assists, because Collie's a quiet lad, he goes about his work, but he was smashing when he came on.
He was brilliant. And the reason I specifically said at the start of this that it was a huge weekend on the pitch, obviously we had got the passing of Billy Young during the week here as well, who I learned this week is also from Markovich House, where you're from. And I know that Alan dedicated the win to Billy on Monday, and that you yourself were at the funeral with some of the players there on Tuesday. How much would a comeback like that have meant to Billy, and do you think he was smiling down on us that day?
Yeah, I obviously met Billy once or twice. I'm sure he'd be super happy after that win. When I talked to 1 or 2 of his sons at the funeral, may he rest in peace. I know some of his grandchildren as well, that they were delighted, and he said it's a beautiful send-off. He would have been over the moon with that.
No better way to do it. And another thing I was told about Billy as well this week is that he used to address the first team here when you first came in through the club. And what was that like for you? And is it important that you have people like that at the club legends coming in talking to people who are coming through?
Yeah, Keith brought it back in. I think they used to do it many years ago. When Keith was here, he brought back in like him, Turlock, and some ex-players. Tony O'Connell as well was in. And I think it was 2 or 3 years in a row, they used to come in and just let us know how it felt to them when they played, how it feels now watching the team. It's massive. Like the club's steeped in history, and these men have created huge amounts of history at that time, and they're letting you know what it means to them when they see us win. I think it should continue forward, getting certain people in from the past just to let you know how much it feels, because it gives you a boost. These lads still have the passion for the club they played for 20, 30 years ago. And like that, if we can get any success, like Billy, a small part of success that he had at the club, we'd be doing okay.
Not to put years on you yet, but I'm sure that'll be your role in a couple of years' time.
Look, as you said there, yeah, it's not done yet. I have many years to go, but look, as I said, if we can emulate any kind of success what them lads had, we'll be doing okay.
And just on the note, obviously, of coming in and talking to the younger players coming through the academy, if we look at the lads that actually scored over this weekend, so you had obviously Ross and Dawson scored. They're 2 lads who have life-size printouts in the academy to kind of show the success they've had of their career so far. And you look obviously at Reese and James, 2 other lads coming through the academy. I know Reese joined that bit later, but to graduate then into the first team and have the impact that they had over this weekend just shows how important, I guess, progression is from academy to the first team for this club in particular. Yeah,
and for many clubs around the country, it's doing it. And we've been shown the last 7-8 years that we would give people chances, and Alan's shown faith. You think of how young these lads are. You look at the 2 centre-backs as well, Sean Gretton as well as back. He was in the academy. Like, he's shown faith to them, and they're repaying what they're showing him. Like, lads coming off the bench, as I said, like young James has been in and out, and he's been doing well, young James. But he's been taken in and out the last 3-4 games. But like that, he's hopefully getting out back to his best. A bit of competition for me, but that's what you want. But it is great to see, because now young lads can look up to them and think, and to see Reese, he's only in around the first team this year, and he was being brilliant in pre-season, so he's probably unlucky at the start of the season. But it's only the start of his career now, as I said to him. Many things are going to happen, but that might be the top of his career for the next few years.
Oh, it's going to be a hard one to beat, I tell you. And then obviously just after then, a brilliant weekend, all attention then turns to this Friday against Pats. How are you feeling on to that one?
Yeah, look, we've 2-on-2 now. You know, a good sign of a good team is, can you go 3-on-3? You know, back to back to back to back. You need to, like, yeah, we did enjoy Sunday. We enjoyed it there at the moment. And then once you leave that stadium, then you got to focus, you know, because Pat's done us over out in Tallow 3-0. So we have a little bit of a chip on the shoulder for that. But, you know, with the last 25, 30 minutes in the game, we actually played over like the whole game. I thought we were okay, to be fair. But the last third, you know, that bit of energy, the bit of passion, the bit of belief that we can show. Like, if we start the game off like that and we get the fans on side, you see what happens. The noise of that place, you know, I haven't had a smile like that in my face for a while. Like, so hopefully we can start the game well and then create that good atmosphere again in the Haley Mount.
Well, a bit of luck. Thanks for your time, Keith. Cheers.
Yeah, no problem.